What if I told you that one of football's most controversial stars was also one of its most relentless warriors? 99% of players would have folded under the pressure. But Radja Nainggolan refused to be tamed. He was rejected, criticized, even banned from his own national team, yet he still became the heart and soul of every squad he played for. And here's the wild part. His biggest fight wasn't even on the pitch. Keep watching, because in the next few minutes you'll learn the one mindset shift that made Nainggolan unstoppable, the shocking off-field controversy that nearly ended his career, and the power move that put him back on top. But first, let's rewind to where it all began. Born in Antwerp to a Belgian mother and Indonesian father, Nainggolan's early life was pure survival. His father, gone, left the family without a second thought. His mother, raising him and his siblings, alone. Football wasn't just a game, it was his escape. But even when he showed promise, top youth academies refused to take him in. They called him too aggressive, too rebellious, too uncontrollable. And yet he never backed down. He embraced rejection and turned it into fuel. But first, before he became the warrior you know today, he had to take a gamble that most players wouldn't dare attempt. At just 17 years old, Nainggolan made a bold choice. He left everything behind in Belgium for a shot in Italy's Serie B with Piacenza. No connections, no guarantees, just pure belief in himself. The transition? Brutal. A new language, a new culture, no family for support. Most players? They would have cracked under the pressure. But Nainggolan? He fought harder. His performance in Serie B caught the eye of Cagliari, a Serie A club with a passionate fan base. But just as he was about to make his breakthrough, tragedy struck. In 2010, just as Nainggolan was beginning to shine in Serie A, his mother passed away from cancer. The woman who had sacrificed everything for him was gone. Many players? They would have crumbled. But he did the opposite. He tattooed angel wings on his back in her honor, and vowed to play every game for her. Cagliari became his proving ground. His toughness, relentless energy, and all-or-nothing tackles earned him the nickname Il Ninja. He wasn't just another midfielder, he was the heart of the team. But his rise to the top came at a cost. His fiery personality and controversial habits made him a target. And then, he did something no footballer dared to do. Smoking? Drinking? Partying? Nainggolan didn't care. When the media exposed his off-field habits, instead of apologizing, he doubled down. I'm a footballer, not a monk. Fans? They loved his authenticity. Coaches? Not so much. Despite his performances, Belgium's national team banned him from the 2018 World Cup squad. The reason? Not his skill, but his attitude. He fired back. I don't fit into their system because I'm not a yes man. Yet while Belgium struggled, Nainggolan was making history elsewhere. In 2018 Champions League quarterfinals, Roma versus Barcelona. First leg, a humiliating 4-1 loss. Everyone counted them out, except Nainggolan. In the second leg, Roma needed 3 goals without conceding. Impossible? Not for Nainggolan. First goal, Edin Dzeko. Second, De Rossi from the penalty spot. Then, in the 80th minute, Nainggolan set up the cross that led to the unthinkable. Manola's header. 3-0. Roma had completed one of the greatest comebacks in Champions League history. But while Nainggolan was making headlines for all the right reasons, his off-field battles were about to cost him everything. After Roma's legendary Champions League run, Nainggolan was suddenly pushed out by management. His move to Inter Milan? Supposed to be a fresh start. Instead, it became a nightmare. Suspensions, clashes with the coach, rumors of lateness to training. By 2019, Inter had enough. But instead of fading away, Nainggolan did something unexpected. He returned to Cagliari, not for money, not for fame, but to be with his wife, who was battling cancer. It was a move that earned him respect, even from his biggest critics. But his career wasn't finished yet. He had one more fight left in him. Nainggolan never won a Ballon d'Or, never lifted the Champions League trophy. But what he did was something even rarer. He played by his own rules, and still became a legend. From a kid rejected by academies, to the heart of every team he played for. From being banned from his national team, to leading Roma to one of the greatest comebacks in history. From losing his mother, to becoming one of the toughest midfielders of his generation. Nainggolan's story isn't about trophies. It's about defiance. It's about proving that talent alone doesn't make legends. Relentless belief does. And if there's one thing you can learn from him, it's this. The world will try to tame you. But if you want to be remembered, you fight. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe for more incredible football stories, and drop a comment below. What's your favorite Nainggolan moment? Let's talk football.